All right. How's everybody doing? My name is Quincy Jones. This is Weekly Wrap Up with me. I've been trying out a few different things of what I wanted to do, how I wanted to do this news show format. I realized, one, a news show is very difficult. Besides that, in addition to that, is the preparation and time it takes. I was trying to be suited up and look like I'm actually delivering the news, but I realized it's not me. I'm a t-shirt guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a sexy V-neck guy. So you're gonna see me just really doing some talking about news of what's going on. Oh my gosh, we're gonna get right into it. I'm just on CNN.com right now, and the retired Marine General Randolph Alice, I guess I should know, but Alice is expected to be named next Secret Service Director, sources say. So that's cool. That's interesting. Okay, I don't know anything about him, so I'm gonna go ahead and research that. Let's talk about kids. Let's talk about kids, man. I saw there was an article today about parents beat to death a pedophile. And, obviously there were jokes that were going with it, but it was like, man, sort of, I have no dollar. I feel like that was the appropriate ending. He was a pedophile preschool teacher. Even that's what it was. I'm gonna check out. It was a pedophile preschool teacher, and the parents beat him to death. So that's good. It's good to see that the parents are out there doing what's right. Doing what's right for the kids. But yeah, it's prom season, I think. I think that's what's going on nowadays for kids. It's been so long since I've done anything with school. I'm so glad I'm done with school. Granted, I decided I was finished, but I'm done with school. You couldn't pay me to go back. Well, you could pay me to go back to school. I would just have to take something that I'd really like. But these kids and their prom pics, man. I feel like kids nowadays are everything. They're like on steroids. Don't they seem taller and stronger and fat? I don't know. I look at them like they're taking their prom pics and they're posted up in front of CL 550 Benzes. You know what I'm saying? They're they're having Jimmy Choos and Louboutins and red bottoms. You're just like, what the hell do your parents do? Granted, you could rent a car. I don't know if you could rent Jimmy Choos or Louboutins, but it's I'm looking at some of the prom poses and it's just it's way different than when I was in school. I know times change, but it's seriously different. I went to prom in an '88 Chevy Celebrity. That's where I went. So it wasn't no prom rental. I just put on a shirt and a tie and just went it and asked the girl, hey, you want to be my prom date? She said yeah, and it was fun. It was fun. So there's that. That was good. But that's also really, really weird. And also, you guys don't know this. There is a kid out there who he's in Sherwood. He's a high school junior. His name is Brennan Agranoff, and he has his own sock business. He made $1 million online only, with annual sales of more than $1 million. He's a 17-year-old kid. It's in his neighborhood right outside Portland. I think it's called Sherwood. I'll check right now for fact check. Yep. And it's Hoop Swag. And he even bought out another business, sockgame.com. So that's crazy. He's got a great business sense. You know what I'm saying? What were you doing at 17, guys? What was I doing at 17? I can't tell you what I was doing at 17, but I wasn't doing that. Wasn't by, his parents gave him a loan for $3,000, and he just went in, he researched it, and it's great. And so shout out to him. Shout out to Brendan Agranoff. So, Brennan Agranoff, you, my friend, are impressive. I want to say that. So, feel free to write in and if to say what's up. Also, there was an article going on about a couple kids had gotten into all the Ivy League schools, And I'm just like, man, I'm amazed at that, man. It's like, I feel like the internet obviously has helped kids age faster and mature faster, and they have more stuff at their fingertips, so there's a lot more temptation. But if you can just put the dedication, like when I was a kid, I wasn't thinking about no damn college, man. I didn't even know I wanted to be. These kids are starting businesses, driving CL 550 Benzes to prom. They're out here getting into Ivy League schools. Nothing's worth like, and I don't believe in like the age thing, but I feel like that it definitely pangs you right there in the old heartstrings because you're like, these kids, man, are inspirational. Fuck them, but they're inspirational. I saw an article on CNN.com about are female cops, would we be safer with female cops? I read the article. It was a good article. But I was just like, it's kind of slippery slope because then I feel like we're saying, like women are more conditioned to be friendly. You know, it's like it's a dangerous, slippery thing that I don't want to say like, yeah, maybe. I mean, I think, also if we just, got rid of white males, I think that change it. Here's the thing. I think to solve police brutality is we gotta get rid of uniforms. You see, an undercover cop has a way different approach than a cop in uniform. If you're in uniform, you're in your the uniform. You're there with you're talking to the people. You have your car, everything like that. With no uniform, it takes away that stigma of that separation of like us versus them. And I feel like that's important because I feel like cops, they do have a tough job. I'm not going to sit up here and say it, but it's like, I don't know. I don't know, Rena. It's so tough. This is so tough. I'm going to get it right. We're going to get it right one of these days, but it's so tough. It's like, do I want to prepare like a formal speech? And then like when you're here delivering the news to you guys for 30 minutes, that's a long time. Granted, I do a podcast by myself for 30 minutes, but now I like actually have like an agenda. It's I don't know, man. I'm tired of people using the words allegedly. It's like I don't even know how to say this girl's name. I think it's Llie. Ely. I think that's what it says. Ely. Ili Nastase under investigation for controversial Serena Williams comments. According to the BleacherReport.com, you always want to give people credit. According to BleacherReport.com, she was engaged to Reddit co-founder Alexis Ohanian. Let's see what color. Oh, here's what she said. The Romanian Fed Cup captain said the following of Williams' baby. Let's see what color it has. Chocolate with milk. In December, Williams announced she was engaged to Reddit co-founder Alexis Ohanian. And it's kind of like, here's the thing about race issues in America is most black people aren't surprised by racism. I think for me at least, I'm more surprised that people are surprised that racism exists. Because I'm like, did you really think that what did you think the civil rights era did? When did you think it would stop? Did you think Obama was what made? Is that what you thought? Like you thought Obama changed everything, or what is it? What is it that people think? When do they think racism stopped? Give me the date. And don't talk to me about the words post-racial or anything like that. Give me the date or the year or the time frame that you think that. So when I read this stuff, it's like I don't know. I mean, it's Romania. I'm not like saying it's Romania, but it's like, I mean, are you really surprised that there's racism towards black people, especially to Serena Williams? I mean, she's heard it all, because they've called her man, they've called her, a monkey, they've done all that stuff. It's like, and that's another thing. The monkey thing, I just don't even get. I don't even like some of these racial commentary. You're like, where are you even original? Like even like you take it back. It's like, do you? This is so difficult. I'm trying to get the word. I'm trying to be political. I'm trying to be diplomatic. I feel like that's what the news is, diplomatic. So I'm trying to let this be like a reel of me hosting. Now, if we, edited it heavily, this probably be a dope thing. But we don't edit the heavy. So, and maybe if I had more hours in a day, whatever, you guys get the gist. But it's like, I just don't get, like, when we were like coming up with racial terms, like, oh man, porch monkey or jigaboo or spear chucker or whatever. It's like, that's what? Where did you monkey? So if you call a black person monkey, like I don't think you should. Here's the funny thing: what if someone was racist and like called black people monkeys, right? But they believed in evolution. You know what I'm saying? Or like, I think can you have that same thing? Is that possible? I don't know. Monkeys, yes. You okay? I'm a monkey. You came from me. So there you go. I don't know. Racism. It's like it's so you think that we'd be past that. Like here's the thing. The internet has made the world amazing. Like we have so much at our fingertips, And it's like to be racist. It's like you could just not like something quietly. You don't even need to say it. You could just not like it. Say it amongst your friends and family. But the internet is like, the internet commentary just like becomes a cesspool of racism stuff. And it's like people don't even comment or pay attention to everything. It's like, I don't know. Grant, I feel like, what was that movie? I think I'm gonna look it up right now. I think what was it? Jay and Silent Bob? What was that? Wasn't that like them tracking down people who like talk shit about them on the internet? And like, I'm gonna look it up right now. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second to find this. Jay and Silent Bob plot. When Jay and Silent Bob learned that a Blunt Man and Chronic movie is being made featuring their comic book counterparts, they drool at the thought of fat movie checks rolling in. But when the pair find that there won't be any royalties coming their way, they set out to sabotage the flick at all costs. Well, I guess I was off. That's not what I thought it was at all. I thought they were like tracking down people to do that. That's crazy. Huh. I don't even think I remember. I think I've seen it once. I don't know. I don't know what to do. All right. Let's keep moving. Back to the news. So racism. Let's stop with racism. Let's stop with all the isms. How about you just live life and you do you as long as you're not infringing on someone else? Like it doesn't matter if you. It doesn't matter what. It's just like let people be. Like don't be sexist. Don't be racist. Don't be anti-Semitic. Don't be what's it? Xenophobia? Is that the fear of Muslim? Xenophobia? Islamophobia? Xenophobia, don't be, and if you don't know something, ask somebody, research, try and find out, but don't be a narrow-minded, unoriginal, racist, sexist, narrow-minded fuck. Don't be that. Just be decent, guys. That's all it is. I'm not anti anything. I'm anti something if it threatens me. I'm not, you could be pro something and not be anti anything. There's that, we are adults. Last time I checked, it's like you can be like, oh, hey, you could be pro-white. You could be pro-white. You can't be anti anything. You could be pro-black. Doesn't mean you're anti-white. Doesn't mean you could be pro anything. So it's like, I don't know. Anyways. Trump wants to send somebody to Mars during his presidency. I wonder, is he talking about like before he gets impeached or what? Like, I don't know. Like, when is it? Like, do you think he's going to get impeached? What do you guys think? Do you guys think Trump is going to get impeached? What do you think? You think he's going to get impeached? You think so? It doesn't seem like it. I mean, because all the stuff that's coming to the forefront with Nunez and Quinn and Russian collusion and FBI and him just saying everything like this, I don't think Trump is mentally well. Like, I know he's not intelligent. I don't expect anybody 70 to be fucking sharpest tool in the shed, but I don't think he's well. Have you heard him talk? I mean, have you heard, like, watch his interviews and like listen to it? We're not talking about his rallies. We're just talking about like when he actually has to say something. Because at a rally, you can say anything. A rally is like a podcast. You know what I'm saying? You're just getting all the energy. Yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. You don't have to follow through or anything. But then we got the job. He got the job, and he's like, "Oh shit, I didn't anticipate this." I think here's what I think happened. I think Trump was broke, or he didn't have as much. Yeah, I think he's broke, or he didn't have as much money. Russia floated him some money, and now he owes Russia. I think that's it. Now, I mean, granted, with politics, it's unsavory to be dealing and dabbling in such stuff like that because politicians are prestigious, fine, upstanding citizens, yet they are not. They're not. They're humans. I feel like people view politics the same way they view church. Ooh, that's the thing. That's the thing, like that they do, because those are the touchy subjects you're not really supposed to ask anybody about, like your political beliefs or your religious beliefs or anything like that. So it's weird that like those two things are just. I feel like I'm right there, Ree. I'm right there, man. I'm right there, but I can't commit to saying it. Like you don't want, like last thing I want to do is like when this comes out is like offend anybody or disrespect. I don't mind offending. I don't want to disrespect anybody, and I don't want to say something that's just like insenseful or plant the seed or anything. But yeah, I feel like I don't know if he's gonna get. I don't know if he's gonna get impeached. And for a lot of you guys thinking, impeachment doesn't mean that he gets kicked out. It means it starts the process. Only president to be impeached was Nixon, and he quit before it went to full term. I think they tried to impeach Clinton, right? He was impeached a few times. They tried to impeach him. Yeah. So it's like all the politics did this year was make me want to like go back and take a poli-sci class or like a whatever the subject's called in high school, But like listen to Trump. I wish that I could play something for you guys right now. I can't because whatever. Last time we saw how that played out, but I wish that I could play something for you guys. And just like here, like I read an excerpt from an interview, and he's like, "Yeah, you guys know I'm still this, right? Like we won, like the biggest turnout ever." And it's like, dude, you won the election. You get it. We get it, man. Like, okay, do your job. Do your job now, man. Like you still campaigning for another 4 years. You want to do this again? He's gonna be 74 when he like at the end of his term. Are we really gonna trust a 74-year-old man to run the country again? I mean, I didn't think we trust a man with no experience to get this far, but like, I got the best chocolate cake. I mean, it's to die for. It's like, yeah, and everyone knows. And I consulted with my generals, and I made the decision, and I dropped the mother of all bombs, and it's just like, what? What are you doing? Like, what? I already don't know much about politics. I have a good sense of it, but I don't know what the hell Trump is doing. And if you're a Trump supporter, please, I'm not even debating you. I just want to talk to you. I haven't met any like obnoxious Trump supporters. I haven't met, but if you are a Trump supporter, you voted for Trump, please let me know. Message me to weeklywrapupwithquincy@gmail.com. Do that, please. And let's see what's up. I want to make sure I got the email right. Yep, weekly wrap up with Quincy. So boom, there it is. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. What else is happening in the news, guys? So much stuff. Oh, Obama came out. Let me know. You got to be careful with those words. Obama came. He made his first public appearance speaking. He gave a speech in Chicago. I don't think Obama was perfect. I don't want anybody to think, because that's what people try and do. They make it think like if you voted for Obama, you feel like he was perfect. He wasn't perfect. He definitely did his dirt, but he was a hell of a lot smoother with his dirt than Trump or Bush. I don't doubt that. I think he was personable. I feel like next to JFK, I think he was even more personable than JFK. I think that's. Don't you think that's what it is? Like, he had a great message the first time around, but then like he won again, and it was like it was great. But he was talking. It's time for the youth to step up to the plate and do their job, and it was a great speech, and I believe that. I'm a fan, and I can't wait to see more of what he does. He's been. I mean, that man. Like, I admire Obama for almost like I admire Obama over everything, like for everything, but specifically how classy and composed and how much like just he's smooth, man. He's smooth. He's so personable. Like, to be the first black president. I mean, granted, you had to have your shit together, right? Because they're gonna dig deep. When you're black, you got to work twice as hard. So he had to work 4 times as hard. Went to Harvard, did all that stuff. But he's cool. He's just so goddamn cool. So to hear him talk to the future, like I think I said he gave hope. I think he gave hope. What was he? Wasn't he like one of the younger presidents, like the youngest president? He was. Yeah, I'm gonna Google that. I'm gonna Google that. Why not do that? Why not do that? Google. Oh man, Google's so crazy. Sometimes they'll be like, list of presidents. Well, I don't want all the presidents. Damn, I don't want that. Let's see, 10 youngest presidents. So far, Barack Obama's demonstrated both the positive and negative sides. Youth has always been a double-edged sword for America's president. So far, Barack Obama has demonstrated both the positive and the negative sides of the equation. As the nation's 5th youngest chief executive, he turned 48 on August 4th. He is both innovative and vigorous, but at the same time, he is unseasoned and perhaps too willing to experiment and take big risks. Huh. Well, now I gotta see. Now, naturally, I mean, that's how. Isn't it amazing how clickbait works? How now you're like, all right, well, I got the information I needed, but now I want to see the slideshow. Theodore Roosevelt was 42 years old when he got it. He was the youngest president in history. He was also one of the most innovative, brash, and vigorous. Huh. Rough Rider. Oh, man. That's crazy. Huh. Theodore Roosevelt. Who's next? John F. Kennedy was 43 years. Bill Clinton was 46 years old. He went gray. He was gray as hell. He was a crop of gray hair. Ulysses S. Grant, 46 years. That's it. Oh, wait, no, I keep going. Barack Obama, 47. Grover Cleveland, 47. Franklin Pierce, 48. James Garfield, 49. James Polk, 49. And Millard Fillmore, 50 years. Oh, Fillmore took the president. Yeah, that's crazy. Politics. I want to get into politics. I would, but I have too much dirt. They would just, they don't have to dig deep. They just like one little thing, and then it all comes exposed. It's like, he did what? He did this? No way. But what if a politician was actually honest? What if a politician actually? Now, we're not talking about like follow. What if a politician actually said the words "I don't know"? You think that could? Happen? What if the politician was human? Just like, hey man, like, I made mistakes. Like, we all know that Kennedy cheated. We all know that all the stuff's going on. But it's like, we hold them to higher expectations. The same way, like what I was saying earlier, is we hold religion and politics up to a higher standard. And it's like, they're just humans doing a specific job. We don't hold carpenters to the same. It's okay for a carpenter to do this. If it just doesn't make sense to me why we hold them. It's like people will go to church and they'll be like, people will talk. There'll be gossip in the church, and they'll be like, I can't believe there's gossip in the church. It's like, the church is just a building. Those are still regular humans that go inside that building. Ideally, church would be a sanctuary or place for stuff like that, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's just a building that people go and do that. So, same thing with politicians. Like, I think the thing about politics and politicians is like, they build campaigns and like like what was where we decided on last week? They build platforms. Platforms. That's where I'm looking for. They build platforms, and they run in these platforms, and then when it like is hypocritical or contradictory, that's when they're like how many Republicans are going to be like seriously anti-gay? That's what they're anti-gay. They're homophobic, and then it comes out that they're messing around on being gay. And also, why is gay taboo? Why is it still taboo? I don't get it. Like, people have been gay since like forever. So it's like the Roman times, or even if you want to take it back to the Bible times, people have been gay for years. Why is it taboo? If you're gay, you're gay. Be gay. Be happy. Get it? Did you guys get that one? I thought that was funny. Gay. All right, if you got to explain it. But that's what I was doing at my show this past weekend. I was like doing a joke and I was so pleased that I made the joke. And I was like, did you? Okay. I wanted you guys to get it, so I got to make sure all the brilliance is captured. So yeah, be gay. Be yourself. Be yourself. I feel like people, like that's why I'm doing this show, tattoo showing and stuff like that, just talking about what's going on in the news. Something you guys probably could, but maybe you guys don't. My goal is to make the news refreshing, to offer some type of honesty. That's what I feel like. I feel like there's not a lot of honesty in the world. I mean, I'm not saying I don't lie, but I wouldn't lie about, like, I'm not going to lie about the news. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just want to give like an opinion, not really an opinion, just state the facts and just keep it pushing. So next week, for next week's weekly wrap-up session, I'm going to plan super far ahead. We're going to start from tonight. And then I'm going to have everything. I'll have pictures. I have like a little box behind me, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna have we're gonna cover so many topics. And I'm not making a Trump promise. I'm making an actual promise. That's actually what I want to do. So, I'm excited. I'm excited, and hopefully I could eventually use this reel to get together and let this be a springboard into something else. So this is good. I feel like we're only getting better. I feel like we keep building. So we learned about the presidents. We shouted out the kids. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the kids being amazing overachievers. Rest in peace to Aaron Moran of Happy Days fame. Shout out to those kids, these students who got into every Ivy League school. It was a team from Guyana and a New Jersey team, which it's crazy that one's from like a major city and the other one's from a third world state, like New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Sorry if I offend anybody. It was a joke. Quadruplets accepted to Harvard, Yale, and Duke. Damn. That's amazing, but that's crazy. 4 boys and many, many acceptance letters as parents across the country work in college, blah, blah, blah. Quadruplets in Ohio have all been accepted to Harvard, Yale, and Duke, and other top national universities. Some of the boys were also accepted to Stanford, University of Chicago, and Princeton. The boys each applied to a few individual schools, but where all 4 applied, they were accepted. It's a wow factor. They weren't expecting, but we always tell them to shoot for the stars, said their mother, Kim Wade. That's beautiful. That's inspiring. Wouldn't it be funny if someone, like, they applied to all these prestigious schools and then, like, Weber State University said no or something like that? Just to be like, yeah, we don't feel like you're a good fit. You're overqualified. Isn't that a funny word? Overqualified? You feel like that'd be a good thing. Someone's overqualified? I feel like overqualified is a code word that they use to throw out when they don't want to pay you what your worth is. The same way I feel like training or, is a legal way of hazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to pay. What? Get the hell out of here. They don't know what schools they're going to attend. Congratulations to those kids. Nigel, Zachary, Aaron, and Nick Wade are seniors at Lakota East High School in Butler County, Ohio. So shout out to them for achieving everything. I mean, that real. And I have a niece and nephew. I have a nephew who's 12 and a niece who's 14, and I love them so much. And like, you want I want them to be happy. I want them to be safe. I want them to be happy. I want them to be themselves and feel comfortable. But then you also hope that, a part of me wants them to sort of do that, but I don't feel like, I don't know. I don't think they're in the school. Anyways, this has been Weekly Wrap Up. I've been Quincy Jones. Let's look forward to next week. This was you guys know what happened this week. So we'll see you guys next week. All right. Peace.